People are just petrified that we're not going to be able to do this, that, and the other. But when you see and hear people like yourselves and Paul and the gentleman on Skype, you know that this is possible. We're back on the Dr. Nandi Show, and it's been a really fun show, and I'm back with our guests. We've had a real fascinating time talking about humanity's options and thrust into the solar system, and we've asked some serious questions about whether the future health of our species will occur on the planet here or another planet outside of Earth. So Naveen, given the issue that we have of climate change, the way we're polluting the planet, do you believe that technology will be able to really save us from the mess? Because we seem to be, just making the Earth just a mess. Do you think we have a chance to fix it?
Absolutely. There is no doubt in my mind that we not only have technology today at our disposal, and 10 years from now, we're going to have even more precise technology that'll be able to reverse all the damage that has been caused. You have to always be optimistic that things are going to get worse before they get better, but they will get better. There is just no doubt that one day we'll be able to make the whole universe our backyard, because we'll be able to go not just on the moon, Mars, and beyond. We'll be playing on the moons of the Jupiter. We'll be playing on the moons of Saturn.
And let me ask you this: what makes you so confident that we will be able to fix the mess on the planet Earth? Nobody seems to be interested in doing it now. What are some of the signs we can see that the mess on Earth will be fixed?
Well, first of all, look at the carbon capture. You'll be able to capture the carbon back. Or even today, when you look at this stuff, most of the things are simply replaceable in a sense, to be able to plant more trees, to be able to create the Amazonian rainforest. So the idea is that everything we know what that needs to be done is quite doable. It's a matter of, do we as humans have a commitment and a desire to go out and do that? And sometimes it just takes a little bit longer than we want, but it will get done.
And I love the positivity you have, because I think that the first step in being able to solve a problem is to say we can do it and not that we're doomed. And so I appreciate that. And I think a lot of people watching, if you're inspired by it, you can make your own changes. Now, someone from Twitter, and I'll give this to Paul, is asking what the small details that we're missing here to make interplanetary space travel so difficult. What pieces of the puzzle are we missing that's making interplanetary space travel very difficult?
What puzzles pieces are missing? Well, one of the key things is that we currently don't have the machines yet to do. I mean, we can get there, but we don't know how to mine things anywhere else yet. I mean, we are developing them, but they're not ready yet. So we need time. That's one of the key things. And of course, resources, because most people don't work for free. So time and money is of the essence. And so there's lots of companies starting to work on that, but also NASA is helping us with, for instance, our grant at Michigan Tech.
You want to go to another planet. You want to go to at least the moon. What are some of the limitations so people understand what is stopping us from doing it tomorrow?
Well, there is absolutely nothing that stops us from doing it tomorrow. Really, the technology is available. We did it 50 years ago, so it's not like we don't know how to go to the moon. Now, question is, can we do it cheaper? Can we make it affordable for everyone to be able to go? And there is no doubt, just like Elon says, we can get to the Mars for $100,000 in 10 years. And I believe if that's possible, we can get to the moon under $10,000 in 10 years. And that's how we're going to make it affordable. And mark my words, in the next 25 years, there'll be a child born on the moon where the parents are going to be looking at the kid and saying, we come from this planet, looking up on the sky, looking at the Earth.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And from Facebook, we have Roberta, who says, is the main drive behind our wanting to go to another planet the fear of extinction? Naveen, I'll let you take that, and then Paul, you can also answer. Is the main drive really the fear of extinction? Or, and I'll say another part of it, or is it just because it's kind of cool?
Well, the both part. The idea is that we have to have a plan B. Have a single point of failure living on the same spacecraft. If our spacecraft get hit by a large asteroid, it doesn't matter how clean our planet is, we are all going to die. So having a plan B of living on other planets really save the humanity from potential extinction. In addition to that, we humans are explorers. We explore our planet. We can go to the 7th continent. Moon is nothing but our 8th continent. And once we go to the moon, the Mars becomes our neighbor. And once we are on the Mars, the Saturn becomes our neighbor. And once we are off the solar system, the whole galaxy becomes our neighborhood. So it's just a matter of what you imagine is what you achieve.
You heard it right here. The moon is the 8th continent. You can't make this stuff up. I'm telling you, only Naveen. Paul, so tell me, what do you think? Are we doing this because we're afraid of extinction?
No,
Or is this kind of
I
cool?
don't think so. I mean, we survived the Ice Age and all that sort of stuff. So I think we do it partially because it's cool, but also because it's sort of the logical next thing to do for us humans. And I think that's the key part. We need to keep evolving. We need to keep doing new things and getting more abundance in our resources. And the society and humanity thrives when we have an abundance of resources. And there's unlimited parts out there. And so there's hundreds, if not thousands, of planets already discovered around other suns. So who knows, we might end up going there.
And this is the reason why I did this show, is because I want to bring minds like Naveen's and yours, just to talk about the potential. Because like you said, I think you said it very well, that we come from a mindset of scarcity. People are just petrified that we're not going to be able to do this, that, and the other. But when you see and hear people like yourselves and Paul and the gentleman on Skype, you know that this is possible. I think that'll have so many of our viewers, young viewers especially, thinking, listen, you know what? We can do this. So I really appreciate your passion and vision, and you too, Paul. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. This kind of information, I think, is really needed when there's so much debate and so much information about what we don't have.
Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Partha Nandi, and if you enjoyed that video, you're going to love the next one. It's full of incredible information to help you start your health hero journey.